even wonder about the future anymore?
Best part about future is you can make your future the way you want, like in your visualization, manifestation, or dreams. It's like a play for me.
Unless you're
Yeah,
experiencing.
unless, and that's also a part of Vishnu Puran. अगर बचपन में आपने देखा होगा DD1 में आता था, where everything is Vishnu, like the tiger, the jungle, the trees, the wood, the machine, everything is like divine.
So blessings, spiritual realms of the ancestors, the dreams that you're sharing, all this kind of stuff. It can be more like you are bringing the energy there into some form of transformation.
We carry a lot through our ancestors, the good things as well as the burdens as well, and it's not easy to heal.
Why is it not
Like
easy?
there's a lot of suffering around these kind of work initially. I remember I was taking a yoni massage in Goa. He just massaging and he just told me that there's a lot of stiffness in your heart. I can feel it here. So, and I started crying. I called my mom and I asked her, has anyone in our family gone through abortion? Why did I see these visuals from my family and all? And she said yes, and then she took names and I knew it. Like I knew it in my body.
But your body is your ancestors.
Yeah.
So when you are in that space with such beings, as a woman, right? Like how do you feel?
I feel nervous about, ki will I be able to help or not. Then I take a moment to just again remind myself that today I am the channel of this person, to just make him feel good about himself first.
So interesting stream of, I wouldn't say arrival, but an interesting stream of
Journey.
navigating
Yeah.
now. From this stream, do you even wonder about the future anymore? Or you don't? You're just
I
in the
wonder
present.
for sure, but I don't worry.
You do wonder.
I do
Okay.
wonder. Ki wow.
Like you go into the future, your mind goes into the
Yeah,
future.
I just, and best part about future is you can make your future the way you want, like in your visualization, manifestation, or dreams. So it's like a play for me. It's not कि जो मैंने देखा वो होना चाहिए या फिर जो हो मुझे चाहिए वही देखूं. Nothing like it.
Is it more like, okay, it would be nice to see this.
Yeah,
Let's
nice.
see how this happens.
हाँ. Or
It's
maybe.
more like a curiosity stream.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm
it's
asking.
It is.
So it's more like a curiosity stream for future.
Yeah.
It's not something you're like or
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, this would be nice. Let's
Yeah.
see that.
Let's see.
Like this.
Let's see वाला ही
Yeah.
phase है. And phase से भी ज़्यादा I would say mindset है.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, flow, but also like it has, as you asked, that flow, but also keep yourself grounded. So what I do for my grounding is walk barefoot physically on the ground or the grass, and even this carpet. When I'm not taking this carpet as a non-living. I'm also seeing life here. So
Basically,
what
oneness you're experiencing.
I'm
oneness in
seeing the
everything.
oneness, and that's also a part of Vishnu Puran. अगर बचपन में आपने देखा होगा DD1 में आता था, where everything is Vishnu, like the tiger, the jungle, the trees, the wood, the carpet, the machine. Everything is like divine. Everything has energy, frequency, and there is no comparison. ये low frequency, high frequency. That's the number humans have given. But वही है ना, सब है. And that's the totality. तो वो विष्णु में भी ऐसा था कि हर चीज विष्णु पुराण में. I remember that and one of my friend also recently sent me an image showing that a picture जहाँ पे विष्णु भगवान है, वहाँ पे एक टाइगर है, एक टॉर्टॉइज है, एक लेक है, एक ट्री है, एक वुड है, एक इंसान है. सब लोग के अंदर ऐसा लाइट जला हुआ है सब. So that image really made me remind me of this kind of mindset now, that everything is there. Nothing is there. It's like ET, and also treat everyone as you would like to be treated. So just because it's machine, I won't discard it. वैसा है. If it just because ये non-living है तो इससे काम.
Basically, devotion and everything.
Yeah, devotion. So devotion.
So you're having more devotion
in
now.
devotion. Yeah. Where you don't have to necessarily allow your logical mind to function all the time. Sometimes it's okay to not understand, not know things also. It's okay ना, क्या ही लेके जाएंगे tips. That's that. But also at the same time, as much as philosophical I may sound, but when I make efforts in any aspect of my life, I do it as if ये मुझे करना ही है और एकदम अच्छे से करना है, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. Like if I'm रिकवरिंग आई नो मेरे को नहीं करना है इंटेंस हार्डकोर ट्रेनिंग अभी, चाहे नी दर्द ना भी करे तो भी आई एम टेकिंग वन डे एट अ टाइम. सो एंड इफ व्हेन आई एम केपेबल ऑफ देन आई विल गिव माय बेस्ट. सो आई एम आल्सो अ डूअर.
So explain this balance to people
I
in
would
a
say
day-to-day practical life.
I would explain it in a way, in a parkour language, okay, because that's easy for me to also understand and share it with people. So in parkour, there is a saying that the balance is in the wobble. मतलब आपको कभी भी एक पैर पे आप हो तो कभी ऐसा होगा ही नहीं, मोमेंट नहीं है जहाँ पे maybe माइक्रो सेकेंड्स जहाँ पे आप एकदम बैलेंस्ड हो. It will always be like this and like this, like this and like this. So still, provided you're not, when you're balancing एक लेग पे, provided कि आप एक ही तरफ जाके देर तक नहीं रुको, you are in balance. So to see also yourself as a balanced person, you have to keep wobbling. तो दोनों चीज को बैलेंस करने के लिए आप दोनों चीज को स्टडी करो. मतलब you don't get stuck इधर या इधर. Keep wobbling.
Give an example to explain this.
Like when we do rail balance on parkour, it's sometimes we grip too hard with these toes. Okay? And as soon as you grip, like if you try too hard, you will fall. The moment you kind of relinquish control, but also not in a way where you lose छोड़ दिया. नहीं, engagement जरूरी है. So engagement is what here, it signifies presence, present moment. So you're present. तो जैसे आप present में आए, normally वो उतना ही grip करेगा जितना जरूरत है बैलेंस के लिए. So how is your energy between your foot and the rail? That will decide your balance and how much you're able to surrender. कि एक बार आपको समझ में आ गया engagement, then you allow it to happen again and again and again. Then you repeat it. Then after one point you see that oh now this is not working anymore. Then you change. You adapt. Then you feel like अरे ये part railing का थोड़ा rust है तो यहाँ पे तो grip अलग type का लगेगा. So you immediately surrender, you also change, you're open to try new things. And sometimes even after trying you fail or you fall. And that's okay, na? Like, it's okay. So in parkour there is also a philosophy in practice that today is not the day. They both then don't give up. It's okay to give up. In parkour we say that. It's okay to give up. तुमने try किया अपना best और नहीं भी best दिया, सिर्फ try किया और नहीं भी मन कर रहा ट्राई करने का तो भी इट्स ओके. टुडे इज नॉट द डे. सो व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड सेइंग दोस थिंग्स मोर लाइक अ अफर्मेशन कि टुडे इज नॉट द डे, लाइक यू डिसाइड टुडे इज नॉट द डे, बट यू नो दैट यू वांट टू कम बैक.
How do you apply this for somebody who is struggling to do things and is aiming big but is not able to move one feet forward, so they are struggling to be in their function, be in the realization of what they're here to do. They're aiming so high, which is not a bad thing, but somewhere there is a misalignment in what, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's a
I know what I mean because I have also gone
because
through the same.
Yeah, of course they're seeing all these things about other people and they're like, oh, we need to be like this, exponential growth and blah blah blah. But actually maybe for them that's not even what they're meant to be doing. You know what I mean? For their happiness, for their highest optimum experience of a human being, right? So for me, I've been really looking at this equation where not to compare myself with others, but to see the individuality of each human while also addressing the unification of all humans. Right? How do we create a balance in that where human beings are able to truly live their function, whatever that is for that period of time, and be in alignment with that, so they're not trying to be something or someone they're not, right? Which is what most people are doing, especially in India. They're all like, oh, this, and that's okay. They have to try, right? But then it's like when they are not even trying, they're thinking about it, and they're not able to act because it's not in alignment at all, and they're not acting in the now. So people are not able to be in the now. And then they're just stuck on their phones or they're depressed or this. Like the action is really holding them back. So for somebody like that, when you say don't do anything, they'll be like, oh, as animals, I'm not doing anything, but I want to do so much. So they are like in this phase of like maybe they're trying, but then they are burning out. I don't know. It's like do you know what I'm getting at? It's like it's a I don't want to say challenge, but it's a thing of this society in this current times where I do feel the need that I have come out now and I'm speaking so openly about things. Not to share, not to tell people anything, just to be like, be able to have these conversations with you and people like you and more people to just bring clarity about things where humans can come back to themselves, their natural state, figure out their flow, figure out their navigation in the Leela, whatever it is for them. Maybe it is like it took me some time to understand. Okay, for some people, maybe it's just they just need to be a householder.
Yeah.
Like that's really where they're gonna be happy actually. And when they are fighting it themselves, how can they be happy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I feel like taking one day at a time, and even if you aim high, it's completely fine to aim high or have certain goals and aim and targets and everything, because I feel like those are also part of the process. So not intimidating them or looking down on those goals and aims, but if we are struggling in the first step, we should stay there. I feel like wherever you struggle in life, be it in any aspect, philosophical aspect or physical, first stay with it. Can you stay through it, with it, through it? If you can, then you will sail through. Then you will find one day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 months where you will see like action is happening, and rewards anyway come way after. I always tell this to my clients कि action, I tell them purposely, मतलब बहुत पहले ही आ जाता है रिवॉर्ड, हालांकि वो लोग जब करते हैं सरेंडर एंड प्रोसेस पे भरोसा, बट स्टिल आई टेल देम कि रिवॉर्ड बहुत लेट आएगा. अभी जो आप करोगे 1 साल बाद वो दिखेगा, तब पूरा पिक्चर दिख के मतलब समझ में आएगा. सो आई फील लाइक नॉट overthinking and just doing one thing towards that goal every single day, छोटा छोटा. कि जैसे for me, sleeping on time and waking on time was one step towards being a holistic health coach. For that time I didn't know कौन सा कोर्स करूँ, क्या पढ़ाई करूँ, because मैं खुद ही I'm going through divorce. I was totally like broken, emotionally. तो I was like क्या करूँ मैं, ठीक है सोती हूँ और उठती हूँ. As basic as it can be. So self-care is about, basically if you can start yourself caring for yourself, you will find your way out and you will reach your purpose. And even if you don't reach your purpose in life, that's also maybe a purpose. As in कि भगवान यही चाहता था कि आपको purpose ना मिले इस life में. मैं तो ऐसा भी सोचती हूँ कि you do so much, then you suddenly feel like हाँ यहाँ मैं पहुँच गई हूँ, एक थोड़ा सा जहाँ पहुँचना है, तो भी शायद वो लीला का ही पार्ट है. मे बी टुमारो इटसेल्फ यू विल बी लाइक राइट नाउ आई एम थिंकिंग हाँ मैं शायद गोवा, हिमाचल, क्या पता मैं एंसेस्ट्रल विलेज जाऊँ, चेंज हो सब वहीं पे रह जाऊँ, या फिर मैं होलिस्टिक हेल्थ कोचिंग ही छोड़ दूँ और मैं सिर्फ खेत बनाऊँ, और who knows. But I have to know that whatever I am doing every single day, if I have a goal, I will do one single thing every day towards the goal. If I don't get that goal, I will get something better for sure. But what matters is the every single day effort जो आप लगा रहे हो. कि for me what helped कि अगर मुझे था कि यार I want to heal myself physically, I want to physically heal myself, emotionally heal myself, mentally heal myself. So then I I started doing self study. I started taking quiz वगैरह होता है ना, वो ऑनलाइन रैंडम क्विज होता है कि how emotionally intelligent are you. So I started taking quiz and then lot of answers were random, and I was like, hey, how can this thing tell me about myself? I think I know better. So I started journaling. Then one thing led to the other. But the initiation was that कि मुझे मन है जानने का अपने आप को, मुझे मन है हील करने का. तो मेरे गोल की तरफ मैं क्या स्टेप ले सकती हूँ आज, कि अगर मुझे अपने बारे में एक अच्छा चीज और एक बुरा चीज जानना है, so how can I do it? So for me journaling worked, for me singing worked, So I did that for a lot of people. Painting works. Lot of people acting works. You know, they play a character where they want to be in their life. ऐसा भी होता है. So a lot of breakthrough happens through all, you know, disciplines. I feel. For me, parkour worked. You know, so I feel every single day if you give one thing towards, like it's like हवन में वो ऑफरिंग देना, थोड़ा 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 करके देते रहो तो वो आग बहुत देर तक जलती है, rather than जल के बुझ जाने से बेहतर है. I definitely see both worlds here also. So for example, when I meet people like you, I see कि हो रहा है ना, अवेयरनेस तो है, क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो आप तो, you know, अपने बारे में पूछ रहे हो, दूसरों के बारे में पूछ रहे हो, you care. So then I see कि हाँ ये मैं भी ऐसी इंसान हूँ, तो I'm meeting. हाँ, maybe you are one out of today, like if I met 10 people, आप ऐसे हो जो align हो रहे हो, बाकी 9 नहीं हुआ. So I can see things happening where masses are becoming more aware, but बीच में थक हार के बोर होके छोड़ देते हैं awareness भी. But I'm also seeing masses who are actually asking questions. It's okay if it sounds silly. It's okay if it is doesn't make sense for others, but non-judgmentally questions पूछ रहे हैं. रेबल कर रहे हैं अपने आप से भी, सिस्टम को भी. So I see a balance, and maybe also because internally I'm feeling balanced, so maybe I'm also seeing a lot of balance. Like in India, I'm talking about specifically because I work here. So
well, have you tried to see it from an observing point of view without bringing the projections or perspectives based on your emotional state?
Yeah, I've seen that way also. No.
So from that
also, like the more I connect and communicate with people, I can see that masses are few people are trying to share and care and also make a difference or add value in some small or big ways, and few people are completely ignorant and they're like कुछ भी कर लो, हमना तो कुछ भी करो.
Like extremes,
you know, like numbing themselves with drug abuse, you know, with killing or murder and, you know, all these things, you know. So with like I won't obviously take names, but I've been also training someone who had attempted a rape, like, you know, in their head, and also like almost molested. तो उनके साथ कैसा feel होता है उनको, I'm also seeing that kind of, I'm also training that kind of masses. So and I feel very, very how to say, not emotional, but I feel very empathetic towards them as well. I can see their POV.
So your empathy has really risen for everybody.
Yeah. So yes, definitely.
So from this state, then the observation quotient is very high, and you can really see the souls going through journey and their processes in their own way. So now, how do you see these two aspects, which are very dualistic, from a non-dualistic understanding? Why do they exist simultaneously?
That's how I feel nature also works. Like day by day. Also destruction and construction, you know, and destruction. Even in God also, I feel like if you see the Bhayankar avatars of God, where like when they appeared in front of their disciple or followers, भयानक होता है, you know, वो pleasing नहीं होता है visually eyes को भी. Like if you see in storytelling in our history, you will see कि जब भी भगवान आते हैं या प्रकट होते हैं किसी के सामने अपने, you know, भक्त के सामने, they are either through like lot of fierceness, lot of destruction and all, and but still they are with them, and you know, like it's not a very like pleasing sight to look at. But आप अगर उस चीज से डर गए तो आप फिर रियलिटी से ही डर रहे, मतलब जो है यूनिवर्स का. यूनिवर्स का रियलिटी इज नॉन डुअलिटी, यू नो, और वो भी है कि यू नो ये है लेकिन ये दोनों भी एक टाइम पे नहीं रहेगा. देयर विल बी लाइक टुडे एआई इज अ रियलिटी ऑफ टुडेज वर्ल्ड, यू नो, लाइक सो ऐसा है. अब बहुत लोग इसको बोलेंगे कि एआई की वजह से ऐसा हो रहा है, बुरा हो रहा है, जो हो रहा है, बट है ना, maybe it's part of the evolution, or maybe it's part of, even if you're not evolving, but still we are going somewhere na. Ultimately it's about अंदर ही अंदर, मतलब, you know, like it's part of the leela. So I feel like yes, as a conscious human being, I will definitely write on my own instead of using AI, otherwise emergency के अलावा, but उसका भी अपना, you know, benefits दिख रहा है मुझे, तो जब जरूरत है तब मैं यूज कर रही हूँ, या फिर नहीं भी यूज किया कल को तो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. I am like that, but will I project this to others? No. So what I can see is that evolving is like as we think कि we evolve कि हमेशा ऐसा ग्राफ जाएगा, वो ऐसा नहीं होता है. वो ऐसा भी होता है, पीछे भी जाता है और आगे भी आता है. It's also a tug of war, so that's why there is so much of complex, I would say, not confusing, but complexities of life, be it with divine subjects, or be it with science, be it with music. There will be always one exception कि ये exception है, तो इसका मतलब हर चीज के लिए जगह है इस दुनिया में. So I look at it like that.
You mentioned the psyche of rape mind. How are you working with them? How are you assisting them in overcoming that psyche, evolving past it? Because that's deep shadow work.
Deep shadow work.
Yeah.
See, when I get to play that role, I see myself as a channel to make that person joyful and believe in himself again, in spite of whatever action he has taken.
So these are actual rapists.
Yeah.
Okay. So without demonizing them as a rapist, because first thing we do is
like label them,
and of course it's their actions are not supported. But bringing a human element to them as them going through this journey of soul, having engaged in that, maybe realizing their mistake or not, we don't know. But you going into that position to be like, I wanna assist this person or bring them some tools, hold space, maybe there's room for evolution. So this is the stance of Buddha, right? Buddha or any being, a realized being, would always see seed of Dhamma flourish in any being.
Yeah.
Even if somebody who has raped thousands of people, killed thousands of people, done multitude of things, if that person is sitting in front of them, they will still have compassion for them. Right? They won't accept what they have done. There will be there will be acceptance for their humanity, but not for their actions, right? And in Gita we can also say from this understanding that really realized person may, even if they're coming to attack them, would even defend to hurt them physically, but with compassion, right? And we are taught this in India. Actually, you can, when needed, to do what you need to do. Women need to know how to defend themselves with compassion for these kind of hungry souls. Let's say they're kind of in the hungry soul state, right? The soul is really in such a dense kind of state of humanness, survival, Kali Yuga, right? The darkness, that they're in that hungry souls realm, ghost kind of realm, right? So when you're in that space with such beings, as a woman, right? Like, how do you feel? How do you interact with them? Like, how does that happen? How does that go?
It's not easy for sure. I feel very emotional, and I feel like.
What emotions exactly?
Emotions are that the emotion of a helpless being, where
you feel in yourself.
Yeah, like I feel nervous about will I be able to help or not. Then I take a moment to just again remind myself that today I am the channel of this person, to just make him feel good about himself first. The first.
But they reach out to you.
So it's like a organization,
okay.
And so
organization that is there to help assist men who have
and their faces are not seen. So so that they are able to talk, or share, or maybe share something else completely different. So for my role is to bring joy back in their life, but because when there's too much of shadow work and you feel very drained, it's too much of seriousness first you have to feel joyful about your being, your existence. That this life is joyful. Apart from lot of other things, it is also joyful. Can I access that joy more often, or maybe once in one day through some kind of activity or sharing, or some visual or some music, So can I bring that kind of joy? Can I bring that kind of joy in that person's, like 5 minutes for that person? That is my role. So I feel very nervous because it's you have to be very wary of certain words, certain questions. You cannot like put it out there completely. As
what do you understand from the psyche? Like what have you understood?
Yeah. So right now I'm still on work in progress in terms of where I can say that this is how it works, because every person is different, and also their factors leading them to their action is completely different.
Is it more biological? Like
it's
very lust driven?
Dominantly biological.
Lust, like primarily lust driven.
Yeah. Dominantly biological,
it's like
and social conditioning. The way what they
like
have
objectification
seen.
of women. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's lust and objectification.
Yeah, and the conditions they have grown up, like उनका बचपन कैसा था, उनका घर कैसा था. And in India I have seen a lot of cases where it's very much about रूप चक्रा, like रोटी कपड़ा मकान. वो नहीं मिल रहा है तो लोग अपने स्वादिष्टाना को डिस्ट्रक्ट कर रहे हैं, यूज नहीं कर पा, चैनलाइज नहीं कर पा रहे वहाँ के एनर्जी को. So वो मैंने ज्यादा देखा है. I would say कि हाँ, मैंने कुछ रेप कभी मोलेस्ट नहीं किया, लेकिन मेरे अंदर भी वो एनर्जीज था. जब मैं रूट चक्र में नहीं रह पा रही थी तो my sexual energy was also like kind of scattered, like I couldn't figure out कि क्या कपड़े पहनूं, कैसे बात करूं, कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता था. लेकिन I felt and I used to feel कि हाँ, ये लड़का है तो ये ऐसे ही देखेगा मुझे. मतलब I used to be like this, या तो ऐसा है या तो ऐसा है. मतलब ऐसे में जजमेंट बहुत, मेन के टूवर्ड्स भी जजमेंट था मेरा, जब मेरा खुद का रूट चक्र नहीं है. तो I can see that if root chakra is not balanced, and also if they रोटी कपड़ी मकान के factors इतने हैं कि it feels like मजबूरी, कि मजबूर होके मैंने ऐसा कर दिया, मैं चाहता नहीं था.
Right. So they end up actually having a lot of guilt.
Yeah, lot of guilt, lot of shame, lot of grief.
Which is actually the root cause of what was already in them. So the rape reflects
of
that
course.
state.
कि ये मिल नहीं रहा है तो ले लो. And lot of us can see this in a very positive light कि जो चाहिए लाइफ में उसके लिए काम करो, आपको मिलेगा ही. ये हम बताते हैं ना बच्चों को कि हार्ड वर्क करो तुमको रिजल्ट मिलेगा. We never say कि अगर रिजल्ट नहीं भी मिला तो इट्स ओके. like तो ऐसे में वही होता है कि इंसान क्या करता है फिर कि मुझे ये नहीं मिला तो कम से कम यहाँ पे भी वो पावर डायनेमिक्स का रोल प्ले करता है कि यहाँ पे तो है ना पावर, एक एस्पेक्ट में तो है ना.
What led you to go into this kind of work?
It just happened organically, and मतलब मैंने बस बोला ओके, I'm open to holding space. मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला था कि मैं ऐसा सेशन लूंगी, कोई स्ट्रक्चर प्लानिंग कुछ नहीं.
Right.
Yeah, and lot of session goes only in hearing, listening, without questioning them, because if any question they take it like a judgment. ये तो judge हो रहा है.
Because they're already sitting with so much defensive.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting one because India is a known country for rape, right? And nobody
the
can
risks
solve.
are higher here. Now. The risks are higher here.
And you cannot solve this problem by creating this problem further and further.
Yeah.
So it's like a vicious loop actually.
Yeah.
And without addressing it from the root cause, we're not able to really get to the human aspect of it. And so I don't think there's one answer, right?
There's not one answer. I feel like definitely sexual empowerment, feeling safe in your own bodies, sex education.
And sexual repression is so high in this country, right?
Yeah,
from the get-go, from the childhood.
Yeah. Like people have sex to produce something or create something. They don't have sex to gain or receive or share or give pleasure. वो बहुत बड़ा root reason है. Like you cannot imagine someone telling a rapist कि okay, I want you to love your body. खोखला होगा अंदर से, वो खुद ही उसको समझ नहीं आएगा कि व्हाट डज इट मीन टू लव माय बॉडी। उसने अपने शरीर से प्यार नहीं किया तो किसी और शरीर को तो ऑब्वियसली वो अलग तरीके से देखेगा।
So what are you looking forward to post Bombay?
Ease, comfort, joy, reconnection with my friends, with family. That's what I'm looking forward to. वहाँ से focus करना।
What does that mean for you? All of these things.
It is definitely a reminder of me being in my feminine flow and also opening my heart to receiving the way it comes, not in a way where अच्छा मुझे ऐसा चाहिए, not like that. So I'm taking this as like a playful experiment. देखते क्या होता है. And as always, like I'm curious to see how it goes.
How do you go about ensuring healthy boundaries in this process? Because it is sounding like it's a process where you want to interact with many people again, right? Old people, new people, all of that connection, human connection. But at the same time, your consciousness is evolving and has arrived in a certain space as well now. So for it to be there and for it to keep on evolving, it will only be able to engage mostly in healthy dynamics. Unhealthy dynamics, it just won't be able to sit with, right? Yeah. So how do you foresee navigating that scenarios as well?
Because I'm more in a surrendering mindset right now, I feel like it will happen. Like when it comes to even boundaries, creating boundaries, I think right now I'm conscious enough to tell people that I want to sleep, I don't want to talk, but also in a very compassionate way. That, not like hey, just like get off from me, not like that. But also can I take a moment of breath here? Can we just be silent? Can we hold hands and just be silent? I know how to use my words, be it in any language, because when I go back to my village, it will definitely be in the language where I will be also very uncomfortable because इतने साल हो गए बंगाली बोल के, वो भी एकदम देहात वाला बंगाली.
How does that sound, देहात वाला बंगाली? एक line बोलो ना. I'm curious.
So in Bengali, if you say like की कोर्चिश, okay, like very nice sounding Bengali, वहाँ पे गांव में ऐसा like अरे इन पी की कोई चीज़ है, like
very different.
Yeah, very different. And you will be like, excuse me, like how can you talk to me like that? It is so dehati and but that's the fun, like in Bihar, like this is about Bengali, but I have grown up in Jharkhand, so I have been always surrounded by a lot of Biharis, and then they add "ia" with every name. Okay, so for my pet name is Rimpi. So वहाँ पे जब भी मैं गई थी last अपने home town में, they used to go like Rimpia, and I'm like, कौन मैं? But that's the fun,
Yeah.
So that's a rawness.
You feel your inner child very happy there.
Yeah. That's a rawness about that language, right? Ki, and then come, Mandal ki betiya, like that. Like my dad is like Kamaldev Mandal, so he would call me like Mandal ki betiya, like that.
Yeah.
So that's their love, I cannot be like offended and say that, excuse me, now I'm like I'm coming from Bombay, you cannot talk to me, like ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Will you be visiting Bodh Gaya?
Bodh Gaya, yes.
Buddha became enlightened in Bihar.
Yes. I actually am like, again, not much of a plan, but I'll see if the form opens, I'll apply for Vipassana in Bodh Gaya.
Yeah.
That's where my parents did Vipassana from, by the way. One day I told...
That's why they're so detached.
No.
They were before.
They were before also.
Okay.
Hear me out in this one. I told them, after Vipassana, I told them, I thought कि वहाँ Vipassana से ना ये भी compassion बनेंगे, हमारा relationship heal होगा. So I told them कि मम्मी पापा आप जाओ, आप दोनों का बहुत आपको अलग ही होगा experience, जाओ. And they're like 10 दिन निकालना, so and like अरे जाओ ना. So they went. They heard. So सोचो किसी के.
And they did 10 days.
They did 10 days. And then they came back, and then I asked them क्या experience था. I was so like curious and like enthusiastic कि इनका भी अच्छा ही होगा. So my dad said it is challenging. I was like, and like it is challenging. Like okay, fair enough. My mom, that's like, mom, she's like, it was nice, but I don't think I need this practice because whatever I do here in my life is Vipassana. Like when I water my plants.
Moms are तुम्हारे parents.
So my mom my mom is like
Buddha hai.
full spiritual egoistic monk.
Yeah.
So my
Those spiritual egoistic monks hai.
my mom is like कि मैं पानी देती हूँ तो मैं उसी में इन्वॉल्व रहती हूँ, मुझे कुछ टेंशन नहीं होता कि मेरी बेटी है बेटा है नेक्स्ट क्या खाना बनाऊंगी कुछ नहीं,
Yeah.
खाना बना तो मैं खा, यही है ना विपस्सना.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but it's okay na, can't you sit in meditation? She's like everything is meditation in life,
Yeah.
and that also is true, right?
It's absolute truth.
And my dad was like, it was challenging, नींद उख रहा था मेरा.
Uh,
Very cutely he said, and like, yeah, so are you gonna practice now? He's like, देखूंगा, मतलब कोशिश कर सकते हैं.
yeah.
My dad talked like this,
Yeah.
safe. ऐसा. I'm like, okay, fine then.
Interesting.
And मुझे लगा था ये वो कुछ discussion होगा, and then like,
But it's quite a soul-involved family you have got actually.
as I'm talking and realizing, and you also as a reminder, you know,
Reflection.
I feel like reflection हो रहा है कि yeah, maybe they led me to my consciousness, my conscious being. You know?
Yeah, of course, because they played a certain role where they didn't actually fully abandon you, but they were there in their capacities as souls.
Yeah.
They stayed while seeing what you were going through, and it's not easy for parents at that time to not feel empathetic. So they must have felt empathetic. They must have really felt in some moment like we should do something,
Yeah.
but they held back, knowing somewhere that this is what she needs to
Needs
go
to
through.
go through.
That
Yeah.
requires very high level of consciousness.
Yeah. Or maybe detachment as well. Ki there dissociation also. Like my mom, my parents told me and my brother also कि हम तुम्हें पढ़ाएंगे लिखाएंगे पैसे देंगे education के लिए, formal education के लिए, and after that, after a point, you are at your own. So they told my like my brother is unmarried and he will never get married. He had decided that, and my mom was like, okay.
Really? He's unmarried.
So he's there.
But
okay.
he's with other women or no? He's like
I have
us.
no clue.
No idea. Where is he? In India?
Yeah, he's with my parents only. He stays
Okay.
with my parents,
In
but
Jharkhand.
but in separate flats and.
But he also meditates or anything like this?
I have no clue.
No idea.
No idea. Yeah.
You ever
So-
feel like you need to revive that relationship?
No.
No.
Sometimes some things are as it is, and I am studying astrology under a teacher and
Vedic.
Vedic astrology, and मेरे sibling का घर खाली है, but maybe मेरे cousin के through होगा, who knows? And I have felt like brotherly प्यार मुझे मिला है life में बहुत, जो मेरे
True
दो
friends.
true friends. तो हम क्यों, ये मैंने भी सोचा है कि, and one of my friends also reminded me that I was going through a breakup, and I shared with him that why don't I feel safe or loved in a relationship, and he's like कि, what is it that you want to feel safe about or you want to feel love about? So then I shared that with him. She's like, now are you feeling? I was like, yeah, but this is different, right? You're my friend. She's like, source doesn't matter. Are you feeling safe?
Yeah.
So then it clicked. हाँ, मतलब हम इतना बंद क्यों जाते हैं अपनी डेफिनेशन से कि मुझे इसी से प्यार चाहिए, इसी तरीके का प्यार चाहिए, मतलब भाई बहन है तो हमेशा जुड़े रहना चाहिए. नहीं, वो अपने पार्ट पे है, मैं अपने पार्ट
Yeah,
पे.
every soul is on its own.
Yeah. And वो भाई का प्यार तो मतलब who knew? मेरे cousin ने suddenly we are in touch after 25 years. So
Its soul is on its own journey, but there's one catch, which is the ancestral healing catch, which is more based on genetics, but you can transmute all of it, which from your stream I feel like you have, or you may be navigating some dimensions where it will emerge. So basically through all the yoga practices, Kundalini practices, breath practices, we are basically working also on our genetics,
yeah.
epigenetics, right?
Yeah.
You probably know this really
Yeah.
well. We can share more about this. So that is what is also ancestral healing, right?
Definitely.
So in that healing, we are processing ancestral traumas, ancestral blessings, spiritual realms of the ancestors, the dreams that you're sharing, all this kind of stuff. But now that you're going to the village, right, and you're entering this, more grounded space, deeper space, root chakra space, it's possible that some movements shall happen there in some form or the other, right? It's already happening,
Yeah.
but maybe in more form that it can be more like you are bringing the energy there into some form of transformation, right?
Yeah.
Because you've already done the deeper work in many ways. What do you feel about this?
I definitely feel that we carry a lot through our ancestors, the good things as well as the burdens as well. And it's not easy to heal, and you need guidance, you need hand holding. One of the process is to visit your ancestral village while you are alive, while everybody is alive. If you can do that, best. If you're not, then at least go there and just surrender. But definitely it's not easy, and I think I also like I have been taking sessions and
Why is it not
like
easy?
it's not easy, no. You are a soul, like you. The thing is that there's a lot of suffering around these kind of work initially. Like right now, I don't see it as a suffering. I see it like a process or chapters of a book. But when you're going through it, it's difficult, you know. So
it's very intense.
Very intense.
Yeah. It's
and
almost
you don't understand, like you
it's
don't.
almost. It's not almost. It is maddening
Maddening.
for the mind.
It can drive you crazy. I remember I was taking a uni massage in Goa from a very, very respectful brother-like friend, and you know, he just, when he was massaging, and he just told me that there's a lot of stiffness around your pelvic zone. There's a lot of stiffness in your heart. You know, I can feel it here. So, and I started crying, and I started like बहुत कुछ हुआ, and I didn't understand क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं, and I don't know what happened. I just called my mom. It was my birthday, okay. I called my mom and I asked her, has anyone in our family gone through abortion? Why do I feel pain in my groin where I feel like I'm going through abortion? Like I can
So you
say
were
that.
already in spiritual realm.
Yeah.
And physical realm, you were processing that already.
Yeah. And then
Your awareness had already reached that level.
Yeah. So, and why did I see these visuals from my family and all? Any lady has gone through abortion in her family, and then she said yes, and then she took names, and I knew it. Like I knew it in my body.
Yeah, the body
But it was so
remembers.
painful. I had to go through the pain of what I didn't go through. You know what I mean?
But your body is your ancestors.
Yeah, of course. Grandmother के इसमें ही बन जाता है हमारा कर्मा तो, you know, इतना. So वो karmic cleansing करने में time लगता है.
Yeah, 7
then-
generations.
yeah.
So once you begin the spiritual process, 7 generations before and after, you're
Yeah.
cleansing it for all sides.
Yeah. So I had to, you know, there was a time where like, through all these, you know, processes, I had to sit one day and say it loud to myself that I have taken that responsibility for the karmic cleansing in my lineage.
Because you have.
Yeah. And it's okay. You know, it will be difficult. I will take support and help if needed, but I will do it. I will go through it, whatever it takes. But it took a lot of time. This didn't happen one day, na?
Yeah.
So I'm sharing this with you after 3 years. So, but at the time when it was happening, I was devastated. You know, it was not just a physical pain. It was so much emotional, mental, and
Yeah, this is where all the chronic illnesses
Yeah,
also start.
yeah,
The emotional chronic
yeah,
illnesses.
I'm blessed that I move the energy through movement, and also I have a lot of belief, faith. My faith system is really good, so I could process it, you know, through it. But otherwise, people can go really deep, dark, and they can really like drown in this kind
But
of.
they do go through that.
They get drowned, you know, and without any help or any guidance, and it
So
keeps
what would
going
you
on.
suggest to, let's say, a person like this who are doing this work, and what would you suggest them now?
I would this kind of work as in मतलब मेरे तरीके का काम.
No,
या-
if they're in such a deep
अच्छा,
process,
deep.
even if they don't know they're in a deep process,
हाँ.
it's like this is what is happening. What would you suggest them?
I would not suggest them anything to be. Yeah, I will be just like, hey, I know you're going through a lot. I'm here. If you need me, when you need me. And I feel बहुत सिंपल चीज़ है कि नेचर में जाना. मतलब ये मैंने गाँव में देखा है कि गाँव में there are not enough resources, you know, but somewhere they understand things, you know, not from a logical mind, but also like from their heart space and from the connection, human connection.
Because they grew up like this.
हाँ, they grew,
thousands of
yeah.
years,
So I feel like वहाँ पे बोलते हैं ना, मतलब like मुझे याद है when I used to get fever, बचपन में बुखार होता था, my mom used to like जा very simple things, and like बाहर देखो फीवर है, मैं बाहर जाए क्यों पड़े, जा ना, बैठ ना बाहर, देख लोगों को खेलते हुए. That was it. मैं देखती थी लोगों को खेलते हुए, you know गाय जा मतलब different elements of nature देख रही हूँ. So like basically my mom used to say आप अपने ही इससे कुएं के मेढक बन जाओगे अगर अपने ही घिरे हो. मतलब फीवर है फीवर, अरे ठीक है फीवर से टॉपिक चेंज करके थोड़ा रेडियो चैनल चेंज करो ना. लाइक
do you sometimes feel like an intuition that you're gonna end up do something in Jharkhand or something?
Yeah, definitely.
You feel an intuition,
Yeah.
There's something you're gonna.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a deep ancestral
Yeah.
work as well.
Yeah.
That's all root chakra,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Root chakra.
That
is-
and also in Banaras, you know, like this time when I visited Banaras after 15 years, and my college professor, who was my English professor, she is now the principal of the college, and she told me that will you come to college and do something with girls here? Like yeah, when that happened, we didn't
Jharkhand
plan.
also has a lot of forests
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
waterfalls and all of this like raw nature.
Raw nature.
Nobody knows about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. It's very mystical. It's also very risky, but very mystical. You know, very mystical, very deep dark forest, like South का जैसे जंगल होता है ना, वैसा ही है.
Deep dark forest like the
Yeah.
Amazons.
Yeah. Very like
Tribals.
yeah,
still alive,
tribals
yeah.
and like lot of secret rituals. You know, बहुत चीजें हैं.
So light over shadow. What
Faith
does that
over
mean?
fear.
What does that mean? Like how are you then integrating shadow constantly with the light? If it's light over shadow.
It's I would say not light over shadow, but light with shadow. I would say.
Describe that. How does that mechanism work? How can a normal person understand that in day-to-day life?
जैसे उसको टेक्निकली अगर देखो तो आपका परछाई होता है आपके साथ हमेशा, बोलते हैं ना कि आपका शैडो हमेशा आपके साथ होता है, बट वो छोटा बड़ा होता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द सन्स पोजीशन. तो लाइफ में भी वही होगा. कभी आपको लगेगा कि है ही नहीं, लेकिन फिर सडनली पॉप आउट होगा. यू नो, एंड यही है, ये चलता रहेगा. ये इसको एक्सेप्ट करना जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना इजी होगा आपका लाइफ. इजी मतलब सिंपल होगा, इजी नहीं होगा. सॉरी माय बैड, नॉट इजी. सिंपल हो जाएगा एंड इट विल बी फन. इट विल बी लाइक अ लीला, लाइक अ प्ले. यू नो कि मेरे को तो पता है कि वापस कभी ना कभी शैडो आएगा. तो एक्सेप्ट करो ना, जब आएगा तो चाहे उसका लंबा शैडो हो या छोटा शैडो. सो आई फील लाइक जैसा देश वैसा भेज ना, सिंपल कि ऐसा है. अगर लाइट में आप वाइब कर रहे हो, नो दैट देयर विल बी अ टाइम व्हेन there will be like not so much of light and not so much of enthusiasm या energy या health and vitality हमेशा नहीं रहेगा. Something will degrade, you know, and it's okay, you know, but you become like that tree who kind of gives the fruit the maximum when it grows old. You prepare for that. So how martial artists prepare themselves? The best way of self defense, Bruce Lee said, is to run away. Not fight only, but then why did he train himself if he wanted to run away? So the point is to prepare yourself, you know, and it's okay. Preparation का journey है और वही life, I think वही, you know, and I think we should wrap up now by this one story which I definitely want to share. मेरे mentor ने share किया था मेरे साथ कि you know एक disciple होता है और वो अपने घुसता है अलग अलग. एक दिन उसको मन में आया कि what is my purpose of life, you know, क्या पर्पस क्या है, लाइफ का पर्पस ही क्या है. सो देन ही केप्ट आस्किंग हिम and then he said, okay, you come near the river one day, I'll tell you what is the purpose of life. So he came and then the guru asked the disciple, do you know swimming? First thing. So he said no. So what he did is उसने सर पकड़ा, बाल पकड़ा और उसको पूरा पानी में ऐसा ऐसा किया ऐसा. And then he asked, what is the purpose of life? You tell me now. And he said, to live. You know, he shouted out loud. And I find this story so apt कि बहुत ज्यादा जब ऐसा है ना, लाइट शैडो ज्यादा कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा ना, तो बस जियो. डेली जियो लाइफ पर डेली के बेसिस पे, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली द पर्पस इज टू लिव ना. बेटर नॉट सो बेटर, ये भी एक तरीके का लिमिटेशन है. दिस इज ऑल्सो एन ईगो सिस्टम जहाँ पे हमको लगता है इस तरीके से जीना चाहिए, कुछ वैल्यू ऐड करूँ तो ही मैं इम्पोर्टेंट हूँ. यू नो, कुछ नहीं करके भी तो इंसान है ना. मतलब अगर आए हम इस धरती पे किसी फॉर्म में आए, फिजिकल फॉर्म में, तो हमारा मकसद है. बस वो कभी कभी डिफाइन नहीं भी कर पाए तो इट्स ओके ना. यू नो, डेफिनेटली इट फील्स, आई फील मोर ग्राउंडेड व्हेन आई नो कि व्हाट आई एम हेडिंग टुवर्ड्स, बट नॉट नेसेसरीली शायद वो मेरा पर्पस भी हो. पता तो कुछ भी चेंज होता सकता है. स्ट्रीम ऑफ वर्क, you know, like you don't have to always add value to people's life to become human and become being, like just being in your divine self. So that this story is really like it is so funny कि actually में तब समझ जाओ कि actually में तब समझ में आता है लाइफ के बारे में जब आप एकदम डेथ इस पे होते हो. You know, तब suddenly सब कुछ realize हो जाता है उसी एक moment पे, and you cannot repeat that also. So yeah, I think the purpose of life is to live. कभी light, कभी shadow, it's okay.
Or both.
कभी खुशी, कभी गम.
Yeah. You want to leave us with some last words?
Yeah, last but not the least.
Yeah.
Happiness, I would say, is a state of mind, and you can choose your happiness even in your moments of suffering. Like डेंगू में भी मैंने सोचा, मैंने थैंक यू बोला मच्छरों को कि थैंक यू फॉर मेकिंग माय इम्यूनिटी बेटर. मतलब डेफिनेटली व्हेन यू बोलते हैं ना कि व्हेन यू आपको हड्डी टूटता है, फिर हड्डी टूट के हड्डी बनता है, फिर टाइम पे ऐसा ही फील हो जाता है कि थैंक यू मॉस्किटो. ऑब्वियसली आई कर्स द मॉस्किटो फर्स्ट. कौन ऐसा आ गया और मेरा इम्यूनिटी क्या है यार, एज अ हेल्थ कोच ये ऐसा सब हुआ, मेरे दिमाग में आया वो सब. एंड देन आई एम लाइक इट्स ओके ना, रेस्ट लेने चाहती थी ना मैं, रेस्ट लेना लाइफ में, बट नहीं कर पा रही थी ना, आउट ऑफ रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, क्लासेस, ट्रेनिंग, अभी कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, पड़े रहो. सो देन आई थैंक द मॉस्किटो कि थैंक यू टू यू दैट यू गेव मी दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू रेस्ट and relax and be. So I feel like happiness is a state of mind, and you decide your state, you choose your state, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your awareness. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for the honesty. Thank you for the rawness, and thank you for the unfiltered sharing.
Thank you for also allowing me to be, you know, like supporting me to be, because a lot of podcasts which I hear are so very cut to cut, and which is also great in some ways, but still I feel like I felt nervous about this podcast because it's my first physical podcast. So I felt like I don't know what questions will come, should I prepare, should I make notes and whatnot, but your presence actually kind of supported my presence to just be. So thank you for keeping these kind of platform where you also hold space for, you know, people like us who also needs to share, you know, or talk just freely. So thank you for that.
Thank you for watching this podcast, and we will keep on bringing you more knowledge sharing, reflection based, satsang style formats. I mean, it's just two of us, but the sharings are for the collective to evolve, for the individuals to evolve. This was the first physical one after a long time, almost 1.5 years, and so this would be coming soon, and I really thank you. Follow us if you like this content, subscribe on the channel, and you can hear further content from many wonderful influencers, healers, artists, creators, beings, humans, star beings, whoever they are, whatever they identify as, their journeys, their contributions, their actions, their understandings, their limitations, their limitlessness, all of it, you know. We are here decoding the soul's journey to itself, to the source, and understanding, deepening our understanding through reflections of what that journey means as a curiosity stream. Because there is no right or wrong, it's simply an understanding to be deepened and deepened and deepened. So thank you for watching this show.